The Classic TV channel is your happy trails to golden oldies television from the 1940s through the formative years of the 1950s and 60s. Enjoy restored TV shows Mickey Rooney Show, Groucho Marx, Trouble with Father, Terry and the Pirates, One Step Beyond, Beverly Hillbillies, Bonanza, The Lucy Show, Dick Van Dyke, Annie Oakley, Ozzie and Harriet, The Howdy Doody Show, and many, many more. Binge your night away. So return with us now to those golden days of yesteryear.
Most of its visitors are interested in making a 10 or a 4 the hard way. I had another interest for being here. To be exact, a woman who was supposed to have been killed during the war with 9 of my men back in July of 1944. By chance, I read that she was opening at a smart night spot in New York City. I sent her my medallion with a message. She didn't wait, just packed and got out of town. It took a little while, but I learned she'd gone to Reno. I had a lot of questions aching for answers. They all spelled a double-crossing dame. Yvette Marchand. Reno, Paris, Buenos Aires, they're all alike if you're looking for someone. If you have the right friends, every city becomes a small town. I made a few calls. The word went out that I wanted Yvette Marchand. She was something special. But I bumped into something even more special.
Mike Lanyard?
That's right.
I'm Inspector Stillman from the Bureau. I'd like to have you come with me.
What for?
Murder.
Got a special reason for picking me?
Real special. You left your calling card by one of the bodies.
Can you give me one good reason why I'd come all the way to Reno to kill those men?
I could give you a lot of reasons. We've got every available man in the Western District down here.
Must have been a high-priced robbery.
All depends on the value you place on human lives. Every man, woman, and child in a small city, for instance.
What?
This was a very unusual robbery. Could wind up being the most disastrous robbery in history.
Go on.
Well, you see, there's an arsenal test center here in the desert. A company in Los Angeles was sending a batch of super braid explosives with a new time-fusing device. Those couriers who were delivering it were forced off the road and they were shot to death.
You mean they went to all that trouble just to steal an explosive?
Probably figured that the couriers were carrying money. Arsenal operation has been top secret. We mean to clear it up without relaxing security. Of course, if we have to, we'll take those wraps off.
What do you want from me? Confession?
Got to admit you're a strong possibility.
You're way off base, but I may be able to help.
You've got to be fast. It's 10 o'clock. That explosion was fused in Los Angeles. Set to go off at 7 o'clock in the morning.
You're not giving very good odds, are you?
Who knows from odds in my racket? Okay, you got those 9 hours.
Thanks.
Lanyard's leaving.
Yeah, Joe Sachs is on it.
After leaving Stillman's office, I checked with several of my friends. One of them didn't disappoint me. He told me Yvette Marchand was working in a club called the Palace. If it hadn't been for the promise I'd made to Stillman, I would have paid her off for the 9 lives she sold on the river. Instead, I had to forget that and find a bomb. She had my medallion. She had to have some answers. A few minutes later, I was in front of the Palace Club. There was a picture of Yvette Marchand. The last 10 years hadn't changed her very much. I spoke to one of the employees. He told me how to get to her dressing room. went to the back of the club and through an alley. There were no names on the door, so I took a guess. I tried one door, and then the next.
Who is it?
I knew I'd tapped the right door. Flowers.
Who are you?
It's been a long time, Yvette. Paris, 1944.
That was a long time ago.
The name's Michael Lanyard.
I don't know you.
Well, there were others. Joe Spitz, Kip Martin, John Woolsey, a few more.
Their names mean nothing to me.
No. Let me help you. Pre-invasion, you were supposed to give us the locations of some German ammunition dumps. Remember? You would have been better off if I had died, too. Till I saw your picture in a New York paper. I thought you'd been killed along with the others.
I can explain. The plans went wrong. It wasn't my fault. I had nothing to do with it.
You're lying. You sold out to the highest bidder.
Oh, I don't want to remember the war. That was years ago. Can't we forget?
I can't. That's why I sent you the medallion. That's why I followed you here.
What are you going to do about it?
Maybe I would have killed you. I don't know. As it is, I think you've hanged yourself. Where is the medallion I sent you?
I lost it.
Sure you did. 8 miles out of Reno, next to 2 dead men.
I told you, I lost it.
You must have had help. Who were your playmates?
Oh, leave me alone.
Get dressed. You're going with me. I'll wait outside. Maybe it would have been wiser to phone Stillman and let him take over. But that would have been too easy. I owed Yvette and her playmates a payoff. They were going to collect it with interest. I don't enjoy playing pigeon for anyone. And I still couldn't forget the 9 men. I decided to hurry her up. But someone had decided to slow me down. Whoever slugged me did a thorough job. Because by the time I came to, the club had closed. The night man told me that Yvette had left, giving the management a 10-minute notice. Didn't surprise me. He added she was living at the Mapes Hotel. I started for there. I only wanted to get my hands on her. But it wasn't that easy. Yvette had checked out and left town. I had to find her and her partners. They didn't know the stolen loot was a bomb. Lieutenant Stillman's man hadn't lost me for a second. If I hadn't been in a hurry, I'd have said hello. This train was a milk run over the Sierra Nevada mountains to Sacramento. I prayed my hunch was right. If Yvette was on the train, the chances were good that the bomb was with her. I watched Stillman's man follow me aboard. I sent for the conductor. I kept remembering Stillman's words. The bomb is strong enough to blow up a small city. The next few hours would tell a brutal story if I was wrong.
Do you want to see me?
Yeah, come in. Is there any Yvette Marshall on the train?
Nobody by that name had a reservation.
She's good-looking, brunette.
Oh. Well, we got a couple of good-looking ones on the train this trip. Let's see, I put one in 14C and the other 12A.
His information wasn't good, and my hunch looked bad. I lost no time in getting to the first compartment, 14C. Under different conditions, it would have been worth the trip. But I remembered the bomb and said, "Wrong number." I found compartment 12A and knocked on the door. Part of my hunch was right. Yvette was on the train. Only she was dead. That meant the bomb was on the train with the killer. It was time to introduce myself to Stillman's man. The next second, the train, which had been moving along, suddenly stopped. Suddenly, the lights went out.
To you.
I was wondering when we were going to meet. You're from Bureau, aren't you?
The name is Sachs, Joe Sachs.
What happened?
It was a snowslide. The train stalled.
Well, what do you want to talk to me about?
That girl in the compartment. She's still where you saw her last. You're in my compartment now. You want to tell me what happened?
Yeah, sure. Her name was Yvette Marshall. She was tied in with that robbery. I was following her to see if she had any partners.
Not much chance of following that deal anymore.
I'm not so sure. I think the killer may still be around.
Unless they jumped when the train stalled.
That's not likely. 8 foot of snow outside.
Oh, that means the killer and the explosive are probably still on the train. Better get busy.
Maybe you're right. It's 4:30 now. That gives us just 2.5 hours. We'll start a car-to-car search. Passengers, baggage, the works.
It's gonna take time. It'll take at least 10 hours for the rescue squad to get here.
What happens if we don't turn up anything?
Abandon the train just before 7 and let her blow.
Better think of something else. We're on rim rock, a cliff above, a couple of million feet of snow, and 1,000 feet drop below.
Oh, great. Well, there's got to be a way out.
A man might get across the snow embankment at the end of the train, but what about the women and children?
Sachs. I'll take the back of the train. You stop from the front. Get everybody in the club car.
What for?
We're gonna tell them about the bomb.
They'll panic.
Maybe, but it might smoke out the killer.
What about the train crew?
Get them too.
Half an hour later, everybody on the train was in the club car. They were all dressed as though they knew they were in trouble.
I am Lieutenant Joe Sachs. You've all been brought here because of something vitally important. I want you to know that somewhere on this train is an unknown person who earlier today robbed and murdered 2 United States government couriers. Someone in this group is that person. I want to say to him that the case he stole contains not money, but a super great explosive with a new time-fusing device. That fusing device had earlier been set for 7 o'clock. In exactly 1 hour and 48 minutes, the contents of that case will explode. Now I say to the person who has the case, please, leave it in one of the train corridors. We will destroy it. I urge that person to think of the lives of the many women and children on board this train. There is no escape from this train. On one side, there is a drop of 1,000 feet. The rest of the train is surrounded by a snowbank caused by an avalanche. Now hold it, everyone, hold it. I want everyone to return to their proper places on the train. Open each and every piece of luggage. A car-to-car inspection will start immediately. Now, the most important thing to remember is that every second counts. We'll do everything we can to help, and I know you will too. Maybe it won't be enough, but God willing it will. Now let's go, everybody. Come right along.
I kept searching every face, looking for a clue that would not only point out the killer, but locate the bomb. Whoever it was either didn't believe Sachs's story or was too smart to make a move.
I'm sure praying it'll work.
It must. We won't have time for another guess. Sachs, the conductor, and I began a car-to-car search. Searching baggage and interviewing passengers took a lot of time. I asked 1,000 questions, so did Sachs. The conductor told me the train crew was only half through the baggage car. Their result, like ours, was 0. The clock kept ticking away precious seconds. It was time for a miracle, but none was in sight. I headed for Sachs. I had a wild idea.
You got on that train at Reno? This your identification, huh? It's where you live?
Find anything?
That's all. I was going to ask you the same thing.
I told him if the killer wanted to stall for time, the best way was to keep moving from car to car, following us as we completed our search. We decided to double back and maybe catch someone who hadn't moved fast enough. 14 minutes to go. I headed for the club car. The train had taken on a strange silence. The people were praying and mentally putting their houses in order. A strange peace had settled over all of the passengers. They knew they had reached the point of no return. I reached the club car. There was no more heat, and the cold had transformed the steel coaches into icy tools. A middle-aged couple holding one another. An elderly woman praying. The bartender staring into space. And suddenly, I saw someone who I thought hadn't moved fast enough.
Drink?
Oh. Know about the search? I don't remember you.
Which means?
Which means it's your turn. Where's your compartment?
Are you a cop?
My name is Lanyard. What's your compartment number?
4C. My name is Johnson.
Let's go, Johnson.
there's the luggage. Take your choice.
I'll start with this one. Look, Johnson, in exactly 5.5 minutes, we blow higher than Venus. Get smart, get rid of it.
The man's speech didn't fool me. I followed that messenger for weeks. His bag contained bonds, big, beautiful bonds. I've got him. Who do you think you're kidding?
In 5 minutes, you'll find out the hard way.
You know, it's too bad they didn't give me a key to that case. I'd like to open it just to see the expression on your face.
You better do something, Johnson, and do it fast.
I'm going to. Tell me how to get out of here.
You heard Sachs. He told you there's no way out.
Your speeches. Just tell me how to get out of here. Tell me how to get out of here.
Okay. The end of the train. The conductor said a man might crawl over the snow and get out.
That's better. Then what?
The highway runs parallel with the railroad. You can't miss it.
You know, Lanyard, I'm a little disappointed in you. Before I killed Yvette, she told me you'd be trouble. It's funny how a guy will change when the going gets tough.
Not nearly as funny as what a man will do for nothing. Better get going, Johnson.
Get over there.
Down on the floor, everybody! Get down! Get out! Get down, everybody! Get down! On the floor, everybody! On the floor!
It was all over, and I said a prayer of thanks.
Just got the report from Sachs. You must have had some shindig.
Could have been more comfortable. Did Johnson say why he killed Yvette?
Yeah, she wanted more than a share.
He should have given it to her. It was a bad investment.
How'd you ever spot Johnson?
I have a feeling he spotted me.
You know, Mike, you caused me a lot of trouble last night.
What?
Well, I took this thing home and my wife saw it.
Oh,
Thought it was cute. Wanted it for her charm bracelet. Kept me up half the night.
that's too bad.
Yeah, when I was leaving today, she said to me, will you ask him to give it to me?
If I gave it to her, it would only get her into trouble.
You know, Mike, I think you're right.
Since she was a little girl. Her father was one of my oldest friends. She sounded very upset when she called me. She begged me not to ask questions, but to meet her right away. That was about 45 minutes ago. No matter how I tried, I couldn't imagine what was troubling her. Only last night I'd had dinner with her family and Tai Ling. They hadn't seemed upset or worried. I kept telling myself that Rose was probably in love with some nice young man and wanted me to talk to her father. Hello, Rose.
I was so afraid you might not be here.
I got your message.
Last week, my cousin was killed. 2 days ago, my brother was killed.
I'm sorry. How?
I don't know.
But I saw Tai Ling and your father yesterday. They didn't tell me anything about it.
We're told not to ask questions, nor to tell anyone. They need your help. Only don't tell them I told you.
No, I won't. It was just 8 a.m., and I figured Tai Ling at this hour would be opening his shop. I was a little angry to think that he hadn't said anything to me about Rose's brother's death. If anything was wrong, I wanted to help. Chinatown isn't very big, so I decided to walk. I recognized Mr. Castor. In a way, he's practically a landmark in this section of the city. His job and his hobby is to take street pictures, and he knows everybody. Hello, Castor.
Hi, Mike.
If I hadn't been in a hurry, I'd have stopped to talk. Instead, I went on to Tai Ling's. I didn't quite know why, but I had a feeling that time was important.
Mike.
Darling.
I want you to meet Mr. Frank Parker, Mr. Lanyard.
Hello, Parker.
I have a meeting. I have to be leaving. Glad to meet you, sir.
Thanks.
Won't you sit down?
Who's Parker?
He's a good friend of ours. He's our attorney. I'll send for some coffee.
Now, don't bother. When I saw you yesterday, I asked you a simple question. You lied to me.
I lied to you?
Yes. I asked you how things were going, and you said great.
Well, there are some things I can't complain about.
Your nephew was a friend of mine. I was shocked to hear he was killed. Why didn't you tell me?
There are times, Mike, when one finds it necessary to be silent.
Rose's brother was also a friend of mine. I wasn't invited to the funeral. Why?
I wish you wouldn't ask me any more questions. At the moment, I can't answer them.
Yeah, I think I understand. You don't trust me.
That's not the reason.
What is the reason, then?
I'd like to tell you, but I can't.
If you wanted to, we wouldn't be standing here playing chess.
But it wouldn't be fair to you to involve you.
Let me decide that, will you?
2 weeks ago, my son was struck down with a hatchet. As you already know, Rose's brother and cousin were killed. Any one of us might be next. A society calling themselves a Tong has been formed. We do not know who is its leader. They want weekly payments from us, and if we do not join and pay them their dues each week, we will all be killed.
Sounds like Chicago in the 20s.
We must settle this problem ourselves. We cannot go to the authorities, at least not yet.
I don't agree with you.
We must not attract the wrong kind of attention. If it should get into the newspapers, there would be the old cry and fear of Tong. Because of ignorance, people have been misled by this word. A Tong was merely a society. Families belonged to them. Oh, it's true, in the old days, some of the Tongs fought with each other, but that's in the past.
Have you any idea who's behind all this?
We see a man who comes into the store to collect the money. So far, we have refused him, but it has been costly.
Is he from San Francisco?
I've never seen him before. All I know is his name, Chang.
Tai Ling was terrified. He said the hatchet was a warning, but he didn't want to involve me. I told him when a hatchet is thrown at me, I'm automatically in the game. He didn't know much more except that the strong-arm man was called Chang. I left wanting to find Mr. Chang. Tai Ling had said Frank Parker was his attorney. The odds were against Parker being able to tell me anything more than Tai Ling. But even a long shot sometimes clicks. I went to his office.
Oh, nice of you to drop by, Mr. Lanyard. Won't you sit down?
Thanks.
Can I do something for you?
I don't know. Perhaps you can. Parker, how long have you been Tai Ling's attorney?
Oh, a little over a year. Why?
Well, then you know all about the trouble, huh?
Mr. Lanyard, I don't agree with my clients, but they've instructed me not to discuss their problem with anyone.
If it makes you feel any easier, Tai Ling told me about the tongue. I also know about the killings and his son.
It's the most horrible thing I've ever seen.
The hatchet man has never been attractive.
Well, now that you know, is there anything you can do?
Well, I don't know. I can try.
And if you're not successful, then what?
Got any ideas?
I may sound like a coward, but certainly money isn't as important as a life. And already it's cost more than one. Mr. Lanyard, I've heard about you and I implore you to help. But if you're not successful, please stop the violence. Tyling will listen to you. Tell him either to go to the police or meet the town's demands.
Yeah, you may be right. I'll think about it. Thanks, Parker.
When you live around violence, you develop an instinct. I had a feeling I was being tailed. I couldn't spot anyone in particular, so I headed into one of the many alleys. I didn't hear or see the silk cord. I only felt it tighten around my throat. The feeling didn't last long because everything went quiet and black. My mouth was dry and my head ached. I didn't know where I was, but I knew it was somebody's cellar. The room was dimly lit. The only window was too high for me to reach. Then I saw it. For a second, my breath stopped. I don't know how long the snake had been in the cellar with me. I knew only that I wanted out. I moved for the staircase. The snake headed for me. It as it reared. Tried breaking down the door. And then discovered it wasn't locked. Before I turned around, I knew I wasn't alone. I knew, too, that at last I had met Mr. Chang.
What's the matter, Lanyard? Didn't you like your companion? We thought you'd like him for a pet. We'll settle this tonight. And when we do, they'll be out in the street where everyone can see you. You're a dead man, Lanyard. Dead men, get out. See you tonight.
Maybe I'll see you before then.
Mr. Castro had heard the rumor I was a dead man. He didn't want to have anything to do with me. He didn't have very much choice. A few seconds later, he was sure that my hours alive were limited. The hatchet had missed me by not more than a couple of inches.
I'll never get hungry again, so heaven help me.
No more shortcuts. Let's stick to the streets.
I told him that I wanted to see every photograph that he'd taken for the past 2 weeks. We headed straight for his studio. I kept watching the people as we passed. I was trying to figure out who was behind this whole operation. I couldn't forget the fear of my old friends. I looked at Castor. He was no different, just plain frightened. Under different circumstances, I would have been highly amused. Castor's studio was decorated like a Halloween witch's hut. Castor was truly a strange little man.
I happen to be fond of Halloween. I don't know how much this will help you, but here are all the pictures I've taken the past 2 weeks.
Thanks.
I'll never understand you.
Why?
What do you get out of this?
What do you get out of taking pictures?
Okay. Only I'd rather live my way.
Who is he?
How would I know? He didn't send for his picture.
Everybody in town knows who he is. Quit stalling.
I'm a middleman. I never take sides.
I got news for you. You're on my side.
Why don't you try the Hong Hong Cafe at about 5? They serve a wonderful pizza.
It'd better be good, or I'll be back. Can we have a beer, please?
It was 4:57 when I reached the Hong Hong Cafe. I hoped that Castor's tip was right. It was. The restaurant door opened. Chang walked in.
No, say it, Najima.
He didn't see me.
Got any peanuts?
Mr. Chang was going to have a visitor. He was going to get some very special treatment, and I was going to enjoy it.
You want me to wait for you? Okay, boss. Right. I'll wait here.
What's the matter, tough guy? Did you miss not having your boys around?
What do you want?
Answers, and lots of them.
I don't know. Nothing.
No? Let's start from the beginning. Where do you come from?
Pardon?
Who are you working for?
The association.
Who's the chief man?
I don't know.
Who killed Tiling's nephew and the others?
Well, you're asking the wrong guy.
Listen, Chang. I don't like being pushed around. I don't like being told I'm a dead man. I don't like having a noose around my throat. I especially don't like you.
What? Here we go.
You didn't give the others a chance.
It was now only a question of waiting. It was almost over. Chang had been talking to the head man when I came in. He was on his way over. Soon I'd have all the right answers.
Frank Parker. This is a surprise.
You been waiting long?
Not too long.
Oh, it must have been quite important. I came as quickly as I could. Your phone must have said to hurry.
Who do you think you're kidding?
Say, what's happening to you? What's the meaning of this?
Take a look. He told me everything. We will have to talk now.
Parker must have ducked into one of the alleys. He couldn't have gone far. I went to Tai Ling's. I had news for him, but I found out he was one step ahead of me.
You need not worry. Frank Parker will never get off the streets. What fools we've been.
You were holding out on me.
Mr. Castor was in the alley. He saw you and Parker in back of the Hong Hong Cafe. We have surrounded the area. We will take care of it.
Let me take care of him.
My son died an hour ago.
You said you didn't want to attract attention. The wrong kind. Don't do it now.
We will turn him over to the proper authorities.
That's your intention. But you can't trust any kind of a mob. They might lynch him.
We know what we are doing.
I don't think you do. If something goes wrong, you may put your people back 50 years. Frank Parker's not worth that much.
Friday. Friday.
Tiling and the rest wanted revenge. If they caught Frank Parker, I knew what would happen. Tiling didn't care about the consequences. He just lost his son. They had all stopped thinking straight. They wanted nothing but to get their hands on Parker. I had to get to him first. I started looking anywhere and everywhere. The buildings, cellars, and alleys. He was nowhere in sight. Tiling must have given the word as soon as he realized the true identity of Parker. The community had quietly and effectively sealed off any escape route. Sometimes even the most peaceful people can become brutal and savage. Tiling and the merchants had reached that point. I meant it when I told Tiling that by doing the wrong thing, he'd set his people back 50 years. No matter how much I hated Parker, I had to find him to save his life. Tiling's men were either in front of me or half a dozen steps behind me. Street, men were waiting. They weren't attracting any attention. The town was doing business, people were casually shopping, yet no animal was ever hunted with more care. A long time ago, I learned that when a crowd is noisy, you can quiet them. But when men are silent, anything can happen. Office. He wasn't there. Tiling's men came out and scattered. I went in another direction. Then I saw him. He was lucky. I wasn't going to kill him, but...
Oh, wait a minute. You got nothing against money, have you?
I live much better with it, if that's what you mean.
Look, I've planned this thing for a whole year. Play ball with me and I'll cut you in for half. We'll make a fortune.
Who else is involved in this?
I got a couple of guys working for me, but I pay them off late at night. Look, we can clean up.
Who spotted me this morning?
I did. Don't you understand? I have no partners. We'll cut 50-50.
Who threw that axe at me?
Chang.
Did he kill Tiling's nephew, too?
Yeah, look. There's just the two of us. There's plenty for both of us right down the middle.
Oh, I've seen some rats in my time, but you top everything.
I'm Lieutenant Sampson, homicide.
Sorry, Sampson. I didn't recognize you.
We've been on to this thing for days. We knew Tiling's problem.
You might tell Tai Ling that even the newspapers knew and kept it out of print.
That's great.
Oh. I think this is yours. We got it off Kang.
What time is it?
It's 6 o'clock.
It's been a long day. What are you doing here? You come to see me off?
I have been designated as a delegate. It's a gift from Tai Ling and all the others.
Well, they didn't have to do that. Tell them I appreciate it, will you?
It's worth a lot of money. Say, maybe you have a way of living that's not so bad after all.
Hello, Castor. You and I have one thing in common. If we had our way, every day would be Halloween.